Kano, the second most populous city in Nigeria, with a population of more than 12 million people, is located in the northern region of the nation. It is a Muslim majority state with Hausa being the dominant language and used for ethnic identification. Kano State is known as the center of commerce with local slogan Kano Tumbingiwa, Kodo Mekazo and Fika, meaning Kano is like an elephant's stomach. Whatever you come with, someone has it more than you. Meanwhile, in a place where different kinds of businesses take place on a daily basis, women are commonly expected and believed to be at home and fulfill their roles as wives, mothers, and sisters. This is one of the socio-cultural factors underpinning the difficulties women confront when they consider entering the professional job market or the field of entrepreneurship. However, in recent time, precisely from last year till date, that has taken a different turn, as Kano women strive hard in the field of entrepreneurship. They engage in different kinds of businesses like catering, fashion design, hairdressing, buying and selling of goods, tying and dyeing, producing of products, and lots more. Bilkisu Dawood, who has been married for 12 years with 4 kids, said she went into business when she discovered that her colleagues at her former place of work were buying what she can get at a lower price.
I'm an entrepreneur. I sell kitchen utensils, I sell shoes, bags, and interior decorations. I was working as a teacher at a school, so I saw the way my colleagues buy things from people, coupled with the fact that I have a flair for business. I've always loved this interaction, this buying and selling, bargaining. So at that time, when I discovered that my colleagues were interested in stuff like that, I thought some people were bringing these items to school. You'll come sell at exorbitant prices, and seeing that I have people at Lagos that could always get the stuff for me cheaper and send them down, I decided to seize the opportunity and go into it. At that time, I had some challenges, why? Because being a teacher, take care of my home, my kids, buy stuff, market them, it wasn't easy for me. I went door to door in my neighborhood advertising myself, my husband's colleagues, my colleagues at work. So I sent messages around to people that I am going into business, I want to start selling stuff like that. So at that time, I started with a token of 50,000 naira because I had this neighbor that told me she needed electric kettle, some plates, and a rice cooker. I just told myself, hi, just take the bull by the horn. Don't wait until you have big cash like that. So I went into the market, I got those items, and with 50,000, I took some interior decor, some flower vases, jewelry boxes. I took them to school. Before you know it, I sent about 250,000 to my aunt in Lagos.
Similarly, Amatullah Imam, who is a mother of 3, said her husband only allowed her to do her business when his was not going well.
I
am into bakery and other pastries. It is something we all know how to do in our house because growing up, we know our mother as a baker. However, when I got married, my husband, who is a businessman and worked for an NGO, forbade me to work or do any other business. Until last year when the economy was crumbled and my husband's business was not going too well and his contract with the NGO he works with ended. That was when he allowed me to bake and sell cakes and other pastries. And with that, I was able to support my husband, cater for myself and my kids. As God will have it, now I am part of Kano Bakers Association, which supports its members in any way possible. Another person who we found out to be a skilled entrepreneur is Salamatu Nuhu, a graduate of mass communication who went into making of skin products, which according to her was due to her kind of skin and unemployment.
I produce skincare products using safe natural ingredients for the skin. Growing up, I had a very dry skin with lots of cracks. Back in secondary school, I can still remember my friends making jokes about my skin. During the Harmattan mostly, I find it very hard to take care of my skin and this makes me uncomfortable. So one day I got to understand from my dad how every plant have unique properties. A banana peel can take care of my crack heels instead of just discarding them after use. That made me curious and so I started my skin remedy journey. Actually, it wasn't an easy take to become an entrepreneur. Why? Because I wasn't more of the business type growing up. For the skincare business, I have lots of challenges. Why? Because it's a natural skincare business whereby I produce these products from scratch. So getting the raw material is the first challenge I had because mostly the materials needed for making creams, soaps, and other skincare products are not totally available in this part of the country, that's the north. Sometimes I have to order from places like Lagos, sometimes outside the country. Another challenge is finding loans. For a business like production of a skincare products, having enough capital is an issue. The best part is finding loans. Sometimes we get to hear government and promises of loans, but after following all the necessary processes to get these loans, we end up not getting these loans. Right now, I still have to use my hands. Very few equipment like the mortar I use in pounding the soap, the mixer I use for the cream. They are all small equipment that can only give me just a very little number of products at a time. One of the achievements is having something that is yours. That's one of the beautiful achievements of entrepreneurship. This is my own thing. I do it when I want to do it and how I want to do it. Through this business, I have forums like on WhatsApp and Facebook where women and young girls can call up or text me up about skin issues I advise on. For a lady in the north, it's not really easy to start a business. It's not really easy to have something to stand on and still defend it, and people look at it as, yes, this is what this person does and this person do it well. That is also an achievement, because that means other young ladies can look up to you and also become whatever it is they want to become without really feeling like something new, because someone already is on that path.
Although efforts to get the actual number of recently registered companies in Kano State proved abortive, we visited Corporate Affairs Commission Kano office, where we were told by the agency's regional head Musa Kabiru that since the registration became online, it became central, meaning it can no longer be differentiated by states. He further said, unlike before, since last year till date, Kano women come to CAC frequently for inquiries on how to register their companies, which according to him is an obvious proof that there is indeed rise in the number of female entrepreneurs in Kano State. On her part, Zainab Adam, a 21-year-old who makes hair and design flower on the hand and legs, commonly called Lele or Kunshi in Hausa, decided to turn it into a business due to increased demand. I started my lalle design and plating business due to demands and the way I was treated the last time I went to make one. At the same time, I am a fashion designer. The last time someone made my hair and designed flower on my hand was 3 years ago. I went since 7 a.m. and when it was 6 p.m., we were told that she was tired and we had to come back the next day. I felt really bad, and that was when I decided that I will learn it, make it for my family members and also myself. Then after a few months, with practice, I turned it into a business. People got to know about the business. My friends and family called me to make their hair and design flower on their hands and legs. Now I am very good at it and it earns me decent money. The challenge I usually face in this business is that sometimes when I go to make somebody's hair or design flower on their legs and hands, they keep me waiting for hours saying they are resting or they want to sleep. And what I aspire with this business, by God's grace, is to open an organization or a school where I can teach other people how to make different kinds of designs. That will be my own way of giving back to the society. Also, Khadija Muhammad, who is a graduate of physics, said she became an entrepreneur last year because she did not want to live off a man.
Sana'ar da nake yi sana'ar small chops ce. Shekara ta ɗaya kenan da fara.
The business I am into is that of small chops, and I started it last year. Although my culinary skills have always been excellent, I make samosa, spring rolls, meat pies and other snacks. The reason why I started this business was because I do not like it when a man brags about spending on a girl. I do not want to live off a man. My main challenge in this business is when people make orders, they refuse to pay even after it is delivered to them. And also my greatest achievement is that within a year, I have learned how to make varieties of small chops and I can spend my money the way I want. If opportuned to get a job, I know I can do both. Women are not the only ones excited about the increasing number of female entrepreneurs. Samuel Moses, a plumber who resides in Sabangari area of the state, expresses his delight and how he likes the evolution.
The way Kano women now they take Ozu, I like them because I want to say the way they take the work and at the same time they self-employed. Most of them now they learn how to sew suits, they do wedding gowns, do makeup and chef. As in almost all of them now for Kano, they work like they self-employed, like they Ozu. I really like the way it take they happen. I want to say we don't work with many guests like that. where I see say after they finish work, they go still get their kind side hustles, their businesses where they handle so that they go make living. And the government really they supposed to do something for them so that make them improve, make them show them say wetin they do, they good.
However, while some are impressed about the development, some are of the opinion that female entrepreneurship should not be encouraged in Kano State.
There is indeed a rise in female entrepreneurship in Kano State as it relates to the human behavioral changes present in the women folk. However, if female entrepreneurship is given a place in our society, it will subconsciously bring about less understanding and or assimilation of the manly roles in the society, thereby making the women folk compare themselves as equal to the men, as it is against the Islamic religion present in Kano, which binds the whole social cultural lives of the people. Also, female entrepreneurship, if continuously present in our society, will bring about conflict of authority between men and women, which will unanimously lead to conflict of understanding, thereby undermining the natural power existing in the society. As it is understood, women, when given excessive powers of all kinds, tend to revolt against the opposite gender, as it is part of their natural makeup. If there is a decrease, the social cultural aspect of the state will, however, exhibit developmental and sustainable growth in all facets of the economy present in the state.
And what makes it more interesting is that during our findings, we found out that the women do not just engage in entrepreneurship by themselves or for themselves. They make sure they train their kids. That alone is encouraging, and it shows that we should expect more rise in the world of entrepreneurship. In a nutshell, if female entrepreneurs are given much opportunity in not just Kano State, but Nigeria in a whole, with the right supports, there will be unquestionable benefits, and it will undoubtedly aid in achieving Goal 1, which is no poverty, Goal 2, zero hunger, Goal 5, gender equality, and Goal 8, decent work and economic growth of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Hadiza Yahaya Abubakar.